What is going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. I believe today's Tuesday. I hope everybody had a great day. Jan, what's going on? Jose, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing well. As you can see, it is light out still now. It's not dark at 5:30 anymore now that we moved the clocks. So there's a lot more light in this room right now. I still have the blinds closed, but pretty much looks like daytime right now. Actually, it still is. Sun's out and it's 85 degrees, so it's pretty nice here in Florida. We're going to wait for a couple more people to get in because I want to go over something from the last 2 days. So we're going to wait a couple minutes for everybody to get in here. However, I have a really good chart I like tonight. I've been studying it for pretty much the whole day. There's a couple, but the one that I like the most is the USD JPY trade and the GBP USD trade. I'm loving the sells on GBP USD. So if we look at it from the 4-hour time frame, like we always do, here's the channel that I drew. This channel has broken every high and broken every low. As you can see here, up here, right here, up here, down here, up here, down here. It's up here now, and I would imagine that we're going to see somewhere down here. That's the trend we're seeing, right? Now on the 1 hour and the 15 minute, we have the candle flip and the candle closure below the EMA. So, excuse me. So, if we look at the hour chart here, we just got our new 7 p.m. hour. Sydney, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome. So we have this right here. You go to the 15. Oop, that's the 30. Sorry. You go to the 15 minute. You have full break of structure. So we broke down through here. The M pattern, double top, whatever you want to call it, is now consolidating below the low. This is a bearish chart. And with that being said, the other reason that it's a bearish chart that we can confirm is that USD JPY is going up. So if the US dollar is going up and GBP USD is looking like a sell, that means the Great British Pound is going to be going up. Going down in comparison to the dollar going up. So we got two pairs of dollars going up, which means the US dollar is definitely strong right now. So I'm looking at sells here. So we're going to write it out. We're going to be very methodical about today. So this is what we're looking at on this chart. On the USD JPY chart, which I like a lot, again, a lot of these charts look similar right now. On the USD JPY chart, let's take a look at the 4-hour. We're going to break this down together. Your previous 4-hour candle was a bullish engulfing candle. Let me move this over. I forgot so the horizontal stream can see. Or vertical. See this candle right here, guys? This candle? That was the high and low of the candle. The high and low of the previous candle was right here. This is a full bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour. That is a very good sign that this is a buy. And we have room to grow. 108 pips. So you have room to grow there, and it looks very bullish. So we are going to put here that we're looking at buys. We even got an EMA ribbon formed. We didn't have a full candle close above the EMA ribbon, which is why it hasn't printed a buy signal. But I think it will. And if you go to the 15-minute chart here, this thing already broke and tested the fair value gap and now is continuing to move up with more fair value gaps made. If we were to look at what sort of take profits we'd be at here, take profit levels, you'd have 1. You'd have 2. You'd have 3. You'd have 4. And you'd have 1 all the way up here at 5, which I'm not even going to put that. But, based on the chart, 23, 40, 50, and 70 pips is what we could look for here. We've seen it reject here. Again, so on the 1 hour, we can come look at that too. We've seen it. Reject here, reject here, reject here, move up, full candle closure above the EMA, fair value gap created, reversal at a key zone, clear uptrend on all time frames. Clear uptrend. So we have what we need to move forward with this trade. I want to wait till the first 15-minute closure and some volume, to be quite honest with you. A couple other charts that we're going to keep in mind on here. AUD-JPY. If we take a look at the 4-hour chart here, looks like it's going to drop off. We're at a very high. We've got a reversal candle here. On the 1 hour, it's actually came down here, and it's more than halfway through the fair value gap right here. If we can get some closure below this low right here, this could be a sell. This could be a sell. But we're going to have to wait a little bit to see what happens because, again, it also could end up doing the opposite. And this could continue on the uptrend. I'm not going to sell against an uptrend. You guys know that. I don't really like to sell against an uptrend. You know what I mean? Sam Okolu, what's going on? How are you? Welcome. AUD CAD. Let's take a look at this on the 4-hour. AUD CAD with a massive bearish candle here. Both AUD pairs. AUD USD. Massive bullish candle here. If the dollar is going up, AUD is going to go down. So, looking at this, you've got some options here, but you got at least 48 pips to the EMA ribbon. I can certainly look at Bitcoin, but we don't trade Bitcoin, but I can still technically analyze it. It could end up being a double top. Let me look at it on a closer view here. I'm seeing the test of this zone. Possibly right here. So Bitcoin looks like it's going to come down and test 65K. 65K to 62K is what I'm thinking on Bitcoin. And again, personally, I don't trade Bitcoin, but if you want me to analyze it, there's your technical analysis there. That's what I'm thinking on Bitcoin. Is that you're going to see 65K. And you have to remember, it runs opposite of the dollar majority of the time. So the dollar is going up. US dollar is going up. Bitcoin's going to go down. Back to the charts we were looking at, though. I don't care for CHF JPY. Euro JPY. Yep, that's what we're looking for, guys. We're not in a trade yet there, Zishan, but welcome. Yeah, we're analyzing as we speak right now. I like to analyze with everyone instead of just hopping on and saying, "Hey, I'm in this trade." It's helpful to know the why instead of just jumping in, you know what I mean? I personally like Euro JPY as a buy on the 4-hour here. We broke above. We created a fair value gap. We have a reversal at a key zone. And you've got a strong uptrend right now. I mean, this is a strong uptrend. Strong uptrend. So we did have a break of structure right here. This is where it broke structure. So we had a break of structure right here. It came down after the break of structure. It retested this area, and then it came down, and then now it's continuing up. This is the 4-hour chart. That means you have roughly 6 days of upward movement. You know what I mean? Euro JPY looks like a buy to me. Finally, Euro USD, I think it's going to drop as well due to the fact that the dollar is getting stronger. So, if we look at it on the 4-hour, you had a full bearish engulfing candle. If we look at it on the 1-hour, we just broke below the EMA ribbon. We haven't created the fair value gap yet. So, definitely certainly some good, definitely some really good charts here. There's some really good price action today. After the New York session's craziness, we've seen some clarity on these charts, and you know it's looking good to me. And let everyone know. GVivnik, USD CAD. Again, the dollar's moving up. So any USD pair is going to have signs of the dollar moving up. It's broke its downtrend finally because we had a higher low here than here. Ideally, we want to see it come up to this area. Oops, sorry. We want to see it come up live to this area right here. So with that being said, you could be looking at 16 plus pips. However, there's no volume in that pair right now. There's only 3K volume in that pair. Whereas some of the other pairs we're looking at have over 10K, 8 to 10K volume. But we don't want to get wicked out, so we're going to wait to see what this does. There's going to be some pullback before it keeps going. We want to get in at the best possible spot. We want to have all 4 rules met and get in at the best possible spot. So I want to go over something very important here. And I don't want to call it the elephant in the room, but this is something we're going to talk about. So the last 3 weeks, actually really the last, let's just get into it. Might as well, right? Our last, how many weeks? Going back to December when I started posting the stats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've had 12 losses in the past 3 months. Let's count the wins real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 26, 30, 35. So what is that? We're 35 and 12. So we started the week off a little rough this week, and we met all of our rules. So a lot of people say, well, how do you continue to trust your system? Well, the past shows it. You don't go 3 months in a row of having winning records without trusting a system. You're not going to guess doing that. But, like if we look at the trade from yesterday, right? What was it, GJ? Probably should have had the stop loss a little higher. Because we did go into profit. 11 pips, 10.5 pips. Should have had the stop loss up there. We'd still be in this trade. Ideally, by the end of this session, you're back in profit. But losses happen, and I take full accountability for it. I'm very transparent about it. I'm not going to bullshit you on it, but that's what happened. So, Rascal, we can go look at USDJPY. That's what we've been analyzing tonight. So, the 4-hour chart, again, bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour chart. Clear established uptrend. Fair value gap created above the EMA ribbon, and this candle right here opened and is moving up below, above the EMA ribbon. So on USDJPY, we're looking at buys due to the bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour time frame, as well as the fact that it's an overall uptrend, and because of everything going on in the world right now, people are pulling out and putting their money into the dollar. And that's why gold, which you guys know I don't trade, but gold and the dollar are moving up at the same time, which means people are putting money into two different places, gold and the US dollar, because it's more stable. Typically, these move inversely. However, in times of geopolitical war, it works a little differently. And that's just the truth. It's not like this happens all the time, every year. We're not always at war, you know what I mean? But when things like this happen in the world, safe havens is where people move their money to. Yeah, I agree with you there, Miguel. 100%, man. 100%. But like I said, I own it. You know, it's me trading live. Obviously, you guys are able to do whatever you want. But Jason, welcome to the stream, man. I don't trade oil, to be honest with you. We can certainly look at it, though. Yeah, so it gapped up and then came down to retest the low. Oil opened at 100 and oil topped out at... Yeah, I agree with you there, Miguel. 100%. Tapped out at 119.375, and it is now down low. Right now, we're really looking at USD JPY and GBP USD. Those are the two that I'm looking at the most closely, and Euro JPY. I like the USD JPY buys. I like the Euro JPY buys. I like the GJ sells, but like I said, I explained to you guys what happened yesterday with this trade. You know, AUD USD and AUD CAD look like they're going to drop. Key points here. Key points. Key points. Reversal, reversal, reversal. We're analyzing together so everyone understands the mindset and the system behind why we do what we do. Because that's important to me. Is that people understand why the system and why we're getting into these trades. Euro USD also looks like a good sell. And for obvious reasons, the dollar is going up right now. So every pair with USD at the end of it is going to be dropping. Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, all bearish charts. I mean, you can look at the 15 right now of GBP USD. What if it rejects this EMA ribbon and continues back down? We could take a sell on the 15-minute here and look for possibly 26 to 75 to even 129 pips. There's a lot of availability for this thing to move down. We just got new 15-minute candles, so we're obviously going to look at those. USD JPY is bullish though. XX Nick, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome. But I like USD JPY the most, probably right now. Especially if you go to the one-day chart too. Like, it's pretty much settled at this key zone here. Now, it's not to say that it's not going to come down and make a wick somewhere down here before going up. But you have a bullish candle, a bearish candle, and a bullish candle, and now another bullish candle. Your sentiment is bullish. Tomorrow, you have a lot of USD news. You've got inflation rate month over month, core inflation rate year over year, inflation rate year over year, and core inflation rate month over month. You have a lot of USD news tomorrow. That won't impact tonight's trading, but it will impact tomorrow's trading. So our goal is to get in a trade and get out of a trade in the Asian session. That has room to move. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate that. Yeah, and like the reality is you're going to have losses. But I know a lot of people messaged me privately and said, hey man, we were on such a good winning streak. I over leveraged. My bad. And I was like, I get it, man. It happens. It's called human greed. Benny, what's going on, man? How are you? Hope you're doing well today. There is such thing called human greed. And when you have multiple wins in a row and you're lighting up the charts, why don't I bump it up a lot or two? Well, there's a reason that we don't do that. Because you may have had 5 wins the week before, but that one loss just wiped out more of your wins because you upped your lots. It's coming down to create a wick, in my opinion. So it opened with a gap up, right? Greatness. It opened with a gap up. It came down here and created a high, right? It came down here and tested this region, which is a key zone. A lot of wicks, a lot of wicks, a lot of wicks, which also happens to be the EMA ribbon. You had a full bullish engulfing candle on this 4 hour. So yeah, you might have it wick down to like right here. But this thing should go. Yeah, that GJ trade was... Yeah. I fell asleep and we went 10 pips in profit, and I probably would have gotten out. But hindsight trading doesn't get you anywhere, you know what I mean? That's just the reality of the situation. I think USD JPY is looking bullish. Oh, I feel you. I think if anything on USD JPY, we're going to come down to test the CMA ribbon before going back up, which is why we're not in it. But AUD CAD, AUD JPY, AUD USD. Like, AUD USD is a perfect example of what we want to see. So, we're getting the test right here. All of these on the smaller time frames and on some on the big time frames have all four rules are there. Oh yeah, if you put it in too earlier than the market open, oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. I really do like AUD USD, especially on the 4 hour. Like, look at that rejection candle. Almost every time it's gotten to this area, you've had a rejection candle like that, and you're looking at least coming down to touch the FVG. 20, more likely 50 plus pips to the EMA ribbon. And even more likely than that, where it's gone down to every time it touched that area. I mean, you're looking at this whole zone right here. So you pull out your little measuring tool there, that's 75 pips. There's a key zone there at that 0.07164. Andrew, what's up, man? How you doing? But I'm thinking about getting in buys on USD JPY, to be honest with you guys. We're going to wait 3 more minutes. I think this thing's going to go, though. It meets all our rules. We have the... I really should put this down lower, but I didn't want to mess up. Yeah, it's wide. Yeah, that's actually more accurate. So, you have rule number 1. Reversal at a key zone. Reversal at a key zone. Rejection, right? Thikuru man, what's up? Thiruku man, what's up? So rule number 1's right there. Rule number 2. Uptrend. Over a long period of time. Major uptrend here, right? So we have 2 rules met right there. Rule number 3. Full candle closure above the EMA. Fair value gaps created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fair value gaps created. I just don't trade gold, man. I get it. But I stick to what I like. This chart is so bullish, it's not even funny. Rule number 4 was the fair value gaps, but we can also add in a 5th and a 6th rule, really. The 5th rule is not only did it break, it retested the fair value gap and the EMA ribbon right here. Yeah, man, I don't trade gold or silver. Technicals, everything's a strong buy. Everything's a buy. Four hours a strong buy. So, again, I think we're going to get in this trade. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm 30 pips away from a weak zone on the downside or the upside. The downside is nothing really within 30 pips. Upside, yeah, about right there, but that's TP1. That's what we'd be aiming for. Because that's this area right here. That's market open for the week. But it blew through market open, came down and rejected the previous low of the previous week and kept going. Volume's good. USD JPY is actually lower than normal. But it's still in an uptrend. And again, GBP USD, you go to the 4 hour here. This channel's very intact. You go to the 1 hour. This thing's about to close below. You go to the 15 minute. This thing has now broken, retested the EMA ribbon, and looks like it's going to continue down. So we've got a couple options here. We really do. It's just figuring out which one we want to take. The only thing I don't like about USD JPY is the volume. It's low. I think not touch AUD JPY. I'm gonna get rid of that one. But again, AUD CAD, AUD USD, GJ. Barely got stopped out of GJ last night. Just barely. I mean, what support are you seeing on this chart? Like, I'm not trading on a day chart or a 4 hour chart. We use the 4 hour chart to look at the trend. But look at your reversal here. You're going to come down and touch this, test this EMA ribbon. You're going to come down here and test this. It doesn't just take a one 4 hour candle down and then go straight back up. It doesn't happen. You can back test it all the way. Pick any red candle. A 4 hour red candle. Go ahead and pick one right here. Yeah, you had a little bit of movement right here. The next candle, all the way down here. For, let's say you entered off this red one. You would have held 16 pips negative, possibly 27. Your upside was 65 pips. Let's pick another one that's local to it. Tested zones here. Let's say you took it after this red one. You didn't hold any drawdown, and the next 4 hours you went 40 pips up. 40 pips in profit. Pick any red candle that looks like that in the past on this chart and find me a time where it doesn't come down at least 20 to 40 pips. When sellers win over a 4-hour period, it's very seldom that it goes and breaks the next high. However, you do have to keep in mind that it may come up and make a wick halfway or all the way up here again. So that's where you have to decide. Do you want to wait for the wick, if there even is one, on this candle, and then get in when it comes back down this way? Or do you leverage your account properly and say, okay, if I got in right here for a sell, I know that I can hold 49 pips negative. We'll just put it up for fun. We're not getting in this trade. I just want to show you something. That's the bottom of your zone. For all you RR traders, that's a 1 to 3.5 trade. Realistically, what we'd be going for is that zone right there. And right there, you're looking at probably a 1-to-1. You have a 50, 48-ish pip down upside for stop loss and a 50 pip the other way. It's 1-to-1, 50 pips either way. That's all I'm saying, you know. Nay, thanks. How are you today? Good to have you back. Good to have you back, man. But again, we're not really in a trade yet because, well, we want to make sure. I agree with you. I think USD JPY is going to make a move. I fully agree with you. We have everything I need to see right now to get in a buy, to be quite honest with you. Good. Yeah, it's a great place to start. See what I'm saying here, guys? Very possible. And that's not guesswork. That's what the chart is showing us it's capable of doing at each key point there. See what the 5-minute looks like. So 5-minute is retesting the EMA ribbon as we speak. But we want to make sure all time frames are buys. All time frames are buys. Even the week and the month. Like, you can go pretty far back and look at these and see, like, here's your day. We've held above this fair value gap on the day for 9 days straight. We can look at the week. The week has already come down and tested a low at, what do you know, the same key zone and the same fair value gap. I think this is going up. What's my next confirmation before buys? Great question. I do want to get some more candle prints here. I want to see a little bit more information of what this is doing. If we get another huge wick and a rejection off this fair value gap with a body above, that would be a really good sign. On the 5 minute, I'd love to see this jump out here and break these highs right here. I'd love us to break that high right there of 158, 189. 158, 189. We break this, I think we go. And that's still a healthy trade. That's still a 23 pip trade. That's really all I'm looking for. Still trusting the system, and just waiting for a little more verification on the smaller time frame, because the high time frame already has it. The 4 hour already has it for us. We're good there. We're good. But again, that's why we wait. I want to see if it's going to come down and touch this. Is it going to break it and invalidate our buys? There's a lot of things that can happen. We want to make sure that all our rules are not only met, but confirmed. So that's what we're looking at. And we're going to keep jumping through some of these charts right here. We're going to watch all the charts that we have in mind. We're not just going to only look at one. We've got a lot of charts with possibilities of moving certain ways. Love the Euro JPY chart too. You had 3 candles, 3 4-hour candles in a row that struggled to break a high or a low. And now you have rejection of this fair value gap over 12 hours, 16 hours. You know what I mean? Clear uptrend. Break of structure, and then it moved upwards, closed above the fair value gap. A lot of good signs here. But you have to look at it like this too. Or is this the downtrend that it's using? Yeah, me too. The volume is what's bothering me about that trade. USD JPY, the volume's just killing us. And Forex Factory's got nothing. There's no news. There's absolutely no news. What I think some people are just staying away from trading right now, letting the markets cool off. I mean, the market's dumped, guys. Like, the actual stock markets themselves, dumped. Investors get scared during a possible war. But the ones who know how to make money on it are the ones who look at it as an opportunity. You can make money either way. So why not put your money in it going down if things are going down, or going up like if the dollar is going up? There's multiple ways to do it, but some people are very, 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 very strict with their money in terms of long-term holds and long-term buys. Why did oil dump today? Because it wasn't going to sustain where it was. And I think it's cooling off that it may not actually be a war. and that it might have just been one singular strike to take out whatever we took out, and that was it. I think people are seeing that. Yeah, oil was insane. Look at this. It gapped up to start the week at over $100 a barrel. Over $100 a barrel right here. Went all the way up to 120 bucks a barrel. And now not only did we retest where the previous week open was, it dropped down here. I mean, oil's flatlining right around $75 to $85 a barrel. So, all right, we just gotten some new 15-minute candles here. I personally really do think Euro USD, again, not a lot of volume. I think it's going to drop off the face of the earth and come down to here for 103 pips, minimally 33. Euro JPY on the 15. We have it marked as a buy. All this was a bull flag. Bull pennant, bull flag, whatever you want to call it. And we just, there was your liquidity draw, and we just broke out to the upside off the trend here. That doesn't look right. I didn't do that on purpose, I swear. But yeah, this is going this way, in my opinion. I almost like this chart more just because it has more volume. USD JPY is slowly rolling in with volume. Very slowly rolling in with volume. But it is rolling in. Again, we just don't want to get faked out. Like, you got to look at what the hour's doing. Like, are we going to come down and retest it? You know what I mean? Are we going to come down here and retest the 157,894 before taking off? Are we just going to come down and test these highs that we've had here at the 15800 area and then take off? We don't know that answer yet, but we can certainly hypothesize based off what we're seeing. AUD USD. On what time frame you go? It looks like a sell to me. And this has the most volume. Oh, on the week you're looking at. Yeah. Yeah, it is rejecting on the week. Yep. Right up here. The zone we have drawn. Yeah. I agree with you. It's a good analysis. A lot of wicks here. This candle was wild. There was news, though. But dollar holds modest gains against Middle East conflict. Australian dollar hits a 3-year high. Dollar eases on conflicting signals about Trump's Middle East timeline. I mean, there's a lot of things to look at here. Australian dollar ends 2-session gain. Australian dollar rebound as oil unwinds. Dollar whipsawed on hopes of an end to the Iran war. U.S. dollar surges as Middle East war pushes oil to 120. Like, it's... But this has changed so much in 2 days. So you can't always look at that, you know what I mean? AUD USD is still all buys. The technicals do not agree with AUD USD as a sell. And that's what I don't necessarily love about the chart. You can go to the 15 though and say, okay, we broke it. We're retesting it. Now, if we can break these lows and get a sell signal right here, I'd be looking at taking sells. Not enough information yet. Don't want to get overzealous here. Same with AUD CAD. GJ's coming right back into the zone. So we're going to get an hour candle here in 10 minutes. So, you know, we might as well wait. AUD JPY. I took that one off my watch list because it has conflicting evidence against all the other AUD pairs. Yeah, volume is rising for sure, but buying power is coming in. Let's look at the day here. This thing could come up and retest the 3-year high. You know what I mean? We got a buy signal on the day chart. And it went for 119 pips. That buy signal on the day chart. And it's moving up now. So like all the AUD pairs are now moving up. So I don't think I like any of the AUD sells. They all look like they're going to go up and retest the high. On the day. Again, that's on the day. I'm not looking for day moves right now. I'm not trading intraday trades going into a red folder morning of just bloody red folder news on market open for the United States. It's just not worth it. Again, USD JPY is probably going to come down and create a wick. Right there, before it goes up. Yeah, there's just there's a lot of conflicting evidence that doesn't necessarily align fully with our strategy. I still like this GBP USD trade. Again, you go to that 4-hour time frame here. You just have to figure out now, is this indeed a break of structure right here? And we're retesting to go up and break this trend? Or is this just another touch point on the channel on the way down? Because this low is still lower. So this could just be reversing and coming back down. And if that happens, if that does in fact happen, You're looking at 170 pips to the bottom. Either way, it's pretty likely. But we're going to get an hour candle in 6 minutes. Or 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Why not wait? See what these candles actually do. Again, I think Euro USD is a great trade. Came down, we broke through market close, market open was down here, came up, blew through market open, and then came in to test this zone right here. And completely rejected it. Once, twice, 3, 4 times now. Could we possibly see... I think your first would be there. Your second would be right here-ish. Your third would be down here. And your fourth would be down here. So you're looking at 18, 37, 60, 100, 145 if it went to the bottom. Obviously, we get out before that. But that's what you're looking at with Euro USD. Volume's still low. And it looks like USD is going to end up coming up here. I don't think on the hour we're going to create a fair value gap. But I do think on the 15, now that we just touched this EMA ribbon and it's rejecting it, maybe a good buy. Same with Euro JPY. Love this chart. Clear rejection of an EMA ribbon. We had a nice little falling wedge. Just broke it. I mean, it broke this downtrend. We should see the upside here. What does Euro AUD look like? Euro AUD doesn't really have much price structure to it. I mean, your next zone's down here. Like I don't necessarily love that. It just broke through it. Your zone below that, you're looking at something that hasn't been since December of 2024. Granted, we are in unprecedented times because of the geopolitical events going on, but that's your next zone. I know, CPI is tomorrow. Everything's tomorrow. We're not trading New York session tomorrow. I wouldn't in a million years. But this is where your zones are at here. I just personally don't like this chart. Could it sell off to down there for 125 pips? Yes. But could you also come back and try and reject the EMA ribbon and then go down? Also yes. You do have a confirmed downtrend though. Do you have a break of structure right here? Where it broke structure right here and started to fall off. It's not a chart for me, at least tonight. Not a chart for me. What do we got? 2 minutes? And these hour charts are just doing absolutely nothing. Which tells me that there's not enough buying power for them to break through. Very, very small hour candles, past 2 hours. Very small. Oh, I bet. That's why I don't trade it. That's why I don't trade it, ma'am. Oh, we'll see. I like a lot of the price action in the market structure tonight. That's the difference. I looked at New York this morning. I didn't really see much. Much that I liked, at least. Tell you what, Euro JPY is looking more and more like the move. Let's look at that 4 hour. Yeah, 16 pip rangy. More like 35. It depends what you're looking at. If you're looking at the 15 minute, yeah, but it's not really rangy, cuz look at the pattern that you had here. This is a strong pattern right here. It broke out. We just needed to swing up. Yeah, if you're looking at like from here to here, it's more like 30 pips, 32 pips in terms of rangy. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Let's take a look at these hour charts though and see what's happening. Here's where we don't want to break on here, is right there. That FVG. We don't want to break this. We want it to come down, retest this, and go. GBP USD, again, I think it's going to drop. Euro USD, I also think it's going to drop. It broke through. It just tried to retest the EMA. I see this thing dropping off the face of the earth. And Euro USD at least has... It really doesn't have that much volume. Yeah, you got to pick one that you're out of before New York. So, if you're looking at, you know, the last, we're on the 1 hour, so 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5. You've got 17 pips either way. Like I said, I think USD JPY is going to go, and I think Euro JPY is going to go. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, about, I wouldn't say necessarily that exact area. I think right here, 183622. I'll even put it on chart here. I think that's what I'd want to see. That's my go zone right there. And that, yeah, same thing. I said 626. You had 770. Same thing. Not 4 pip difference, 5 pip difference, 6 pip difference. Not gonna kill you. Euro JPY's met them all. Euro JPY has met them all. Uptrend established. Reversal at a key zone. Also reversal at a key zone. Candle closure above the EMA ribbon. Fair value gap created. And we're seeing it's being respected and bouncing off the EMA. So that's what I'm seeing there. And if we go to the technicals, we're on buys across the board. I still think we're on buys on Euro USD too. I think we're going to go for maybe 24 to 40 pips. Yeah, it would be nice. Again, I like the volume on Euro JPY. You've got 8,000 more volume, but coming into London tonight, you're going to have the volume regardless, and I'm just going to set my take profit at TP1. So we don't have to worry about running into New York in the... Well, we'll be out before New York, way before. I mean, I'm up at 6 a.m. New York opens at 9:30. I'm going to close anything way before 9:30. And your news is at... Your news tomorrow is not until... Or your news is at 8:30, actually. So you got 3 red folder newses tomorrow. And the forecast is looking pretty good for the dollar. But we don't risk that, you know what I mean? It's just not worth it. I like the chart of USD JPY better, to be honest with you guys. The USD JPY chart to me looks better. But the Euro JPY chart, they both look good. They both look good. In my opinion, they both look good. We can get the 15 minute to do something special here. It'd be nice. I just want more confirmation. USD JPY is going to go. I'm telling you right now, it's going to go. It breaks this. It breaks that right there. We're on the move. There you go. On which one? USD or EJ? Which one there, Andrew? Yeah. I like EJ too. I like the candle patterns of EJ, but I like the market structure of UJ the most. So, and you can't really lose with those two because JPY is their secondary pair. So, as long as JPY is going down in comparison to the primary pair, You really can't lose either way. You know what I mean? Extra 8K volume does help. There you go. The double whammy that you got here is that JPY gets hit hard when oil goes up, which is why we're seeing the decline in JPY overall for the week. On the USD JPY 1 hour, more of a W pattern if anything, but I'm not seeing where you're getting the shoulder, so I guess. Oh, I'm on the 15-minute. My bad. My bad. Yeah, agreed right there. I agree with that. What am I looking for here? Yeah, I mean, you're looking at this right here. That's a huge shoulder, yes. That is what you're looking at. But look what the hour's doing. Yeah, I see that. Exactly. I just don't like that it's doing that. And Euro JPY is up to 20K in volume. All right, let's not get into race on here, brother. It's not necessary. We're trading. Yeah, AUD starting to move down or up. Oh, up. Peace. Wow. Even Euro USD's making a move up, but it could be to just create a wick. Yeah, move up, that's for sure. And USD JPY just took an absolute poop right there. See, Euro JPY isn't having that effect. A USD JPY dropping like that, but Euro JPY staying heavy up here. It's interesting to notice that. Yeah, it is a good thing we waited. Didn't want to rush into anything tonight, you know? It's always good to wait. Can never hurt you. If you don't have fear of missing out, you're fine. And if you wait longer to see what the market's actually doing, well, could help you out. Oh, excuse me, guys. Everything's going opposite of what market opens look like. And this is what's happened to us all week. That's why we're waiting. On that Euro USD break of structure. Down here. Yeah, it's going to sell on the day for sure. It's just like, where do you want to get in? It may retest this area. Yeah, I agree with you there. You still got to look at that 4 hour, man. That 4 hour just looks so good. Like, this could be perfect for us because we could just be waiting for this to create a wick right here at this 185,842 and then wick up going into the new hour. That's what I'd like to see. I don't mind trading the 4 hour when the smaller time frames are very consolidating. I know that's not a word, but because there is an FVG right there. And this is the 4 hour chart. I'd just be very surprised to see this close bearish if we reject this. What was the, you said 059? 158. It closes and retests. 158. So you're looking at right here. I just think it's going to test this and then go. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. Your 5 minute broke below. But you can't really compare a 5 minute to an overall 4 hour chart that we're looking at, you know what I mean? You look at the 4 hour holding that fair value gap. You got 40 minutes left of this 4 hour candle. It's tough to say. I'd like to see this wick up this way toward the new 4 hour. I'd certainly love to see the 1 hour reject this. Euro JPY is just having an absolute problem. Not moving in 16 hours. Has only gone roughly 32, 35 pips. It's just ranging. This is consolidation above the zone though. Because we got the buy signal here and it went up. And now it's just consolidating. It's having a tough time breaking this high or this high right here, where we'd be able to say, okay, this is what we're looking for. You know what I did want to look at? So not only that, what is that, London high? I don't know why this looks like that. Your London and your New York sessions were not fully swept. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad move. Yeah, smaller time frames do give headaches. They do, they do. Oh, I think they can move earlier than that. I just think that, or after that, it's just that there's a lot of money right in the beginning of the market. Between that 9:30 to 11, there's a lot of movement. 11 is really where you start to see breakouts, but again, you have to hope you're not coming off red folder news, because that's where you get screwed up. Like I said, guys, I think this 4 hour candle is going to go up. It's also holding above Asian range and New York range. One sec, guys. I gotta blow my nose. All right, Euro JPY is giving us the move. There we go. Euro JPY is giving us the move on the 4 hour. I think Euro JPY is going to be the move here, guys. Pips to... Yeah, you give it a 33 pip stop loss with... Let's see how many pips you got up to here. With a 13 pip TP1. That's your TP1. That's your TP2. That's your TP3. And there's your TP4 up here. Let me get rid of these lines. We've already established that you've got uptrends. That's what I'm seeing. And your stop loss is right here. Don't need that dotted line there anymore. And we already know we're holding above zones. New York AM kill zone and Asian range high. We're holding above them. USD JPY with the move back up. Again, I think these charts are going to run very closely together. That might have been the break and retest of the EMA that we were looking for. I think that's exactly what it is. Yeah, sometimes you have to. But this has the full break now. It's popped off. Since that EMA ribbon test down here, it's gone for 21 already. So... You got the perfect crossover right here. There you go. Good. Nice. You could have a bullish engulfing on this 4-hour candle here too. Very possible. Let's see what this 15 minutes is going to give us. Schubert, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome. Good to see you again. We're looking at EJ and UJ. We're going to longs on both of them. That was the move. That was the move we wanted on the 15 right there. It just confirmed that we broke out of that. Absolute confirmation that we broke out of this flag pennant right here. We're looking at Euro JPY, and we got 30 minutes till a new 4-hour candle. I kind of want to get in now because the overall trend and everything that we've talked about is long. But, it might be worth waiting 30 minutes to see if we get a wick, like down here, like halfway down the candle on the new 4-hour, if it wicks down to then come up and go. Because that's, you know, another... If we get any sort of wick down, I mean, it would really only be like 9-10 pips. If it came down to touch the fair value gap again and then go, it would be, you know, between 19 and 23 pips. Our stop loss would be 36 pips. So we're not risking more than 36 pips tonight. But this is what I'm looking at. Let's see here. Could actually... This is right in the go zone. This is absolutely right in the go zone. Nah, I'm not touching the NZD pairs. I haven't, Schubert. We can certainly look at it, but I'm not touching the NZD pairs. It's choppy, man. It's choppy. I think we're going to end up going with Euro JPY buys, to be quite honest with you guys. But it is worth just waiting to see what happens going into... I mean, we already have everything we need to take this trade. So... That's what we're looking at. USD JPY is moving up too, so. And it's got volume now. It's almost 20K. It's got 23K, 35K. Wow. This thing's gonna go. There's almost no doubt about it. I get so many spam comments on Facebook, on my Facebook page, of people with these crazy names from, like, I don't even know where, just posting their own WhatsApp communities. I can't even tell you how many I've had to block and delete their comments. I'm at 110 today alone. What is up with that? Like, make your own content. Don't just start posting your links on other people's because it's getting a lot of views. Who does that? It's exactly what it is. You ain't wrong there. And we got strong buys across the board here, guys. Love the price action. But we're not going to have the fear of missing out here. What we're going to wait for is the 4-hour candle. If we get bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour, like we did on USD JPY, by the way, bullish engulfing on the 4-hour, it's a go. They're both a go. You know what I am going to do, though? At least be ready for when we send this. I'm writing it out just so I have it ready to go. I think we're going to get a little retracement on the 4-hour, and then that's when we'll get in just to get a better position. 183.830. TP2, we're looking at 184.080. TP3, we're looking at 184.341. TP4, looking at 184.711. I think we're even going to get the signal on the 15. Definitely on the 5. We probably might have already gotten it on the 5. We're about to once the next 5-minute candle closes. If that fair value gap holds right here, all the rules will be met right here. So it shows what we're waiting for right here, guys. On my indicator, it shows the only thing we don't have is what we're waiting for right here. And that's our bullish fair value gap. Once we get this bullish fair value gap closure above this EMA ribbon, this is going to print a buy signal on this 5-minute chart. Obviously, we're looking at it from a little further out. You know, we're kind of analyzing really on the 4-hour and the 1-hour, but the smaller time frames are agreeing with what our higher time frames are saying, as well as the technicals, and that's a very powerful thing. Very powerful thing here. And USD JPY completely wicked up. After that downturn, liquidity, let's see, what was it? Yeah, there's your liquidity into New York and London highs. People thinking, oh, liquidity right there. Liquidity draw, and now goes. This one's moving on us, which is good. Which is really good. If you look at that 4-hour here, baby, this looks nice. Might have to move TP1. Nah, because I think we're going to get some retracement. That 12 to 15 pip is normally our TP1 range, so I'm not going to change that. You know? Yeah, what a bounce there. Again, I think we're going to get some retracement on this new hour candle. Just because you're at London kill zone, New York AM kill zone, London kill zone high. All these highs right here. You're going to get some retracement down, which is fine. But it'll enable us to get in at a better price. You're going to get a bullish engulfing candle on the 4 anyway. And when it did that on USD JPY, look what it did. I mean, you could have gotten in all the way at the bottom after the candle came out. And it would have hit 26 pips already. 50 to TP1, 68, 76, and 100. So... I don't typically use this tool, to be honest with you. But if you know how to use it properly, you know that you get retracements, rejections, retracements. This is your go zone right here. Anywhere between your 0.618 and your 0.5, that's your go zone. Looking for as many confirmations as we can get at this point. And we just broke New York AM kill zone high. Just broke it. if you're just joining, by the way, appreciate you guys. Make sure you like the stream and subscribe. Would mean a lot to me. Already got it set. I'm thinking 183.241. So about a... Well, it was a 30-something pip stop loss. I might move it up. But I want to give it some breathing room, you know what I mean? Maybe right below Asian session high, just in case it comes to retest it. But probably just right above the EMA, 183.26, whatever that is. But you just got your new 15-minute. Yep. And did that 5 end up printing a buy? No, not yet, huh? We are blowing through these areas. Absolutely blowing through the highs. But the SL I'm thinking is 183.279. Or 297, excuse me. That's what I'm looking at. We're almost there, guys. We've only got 12 minutes. We've waited already almost 2 hours. I have no problem waiting another 12 minutes to see if we get some pullback. If we do, great, we'll get in. If not, we'll just get in where it's at. We have no fear of missing out here. We're just looking to get in at the best possible point with the most possible confirmations. Trust me, I'm as antsy as you guys are to get in, but we want to see some pullback, hopefully. Nah, I'm not in yet. Yeah, I'm waiting on the hour, Benny. Yeah, I'm waiting on the hour. I'm just as fired up to get in it as you guys are. But again, typically on a 4-hour candle, you get pullback. Look at all of these 4-hour candles, even when they're on uptrends. You were an uptrend here, look, you got pullback. You were an uptrend here, you got pullback. You were on touching the EMA, you still got pullback. We went up to here. We got 8 hours of pullback before we went up again. We're going to have some pullback, and that's when we want to get in and then let it go. We don't want to hold negative if we don't have to. And I'm not saying you're going to snipe everything, but you give yourself a higher chance of not holding too much drawdown when you can get in during the drawdown. You know what I mean? That's the goal. Familia Scarface, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? What's going on? About to be. Waiting for this bullish engulfing candle to close on the 4 hour on Euro JPY. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to go too, man. We got 7 minutes. 7 minutes and 50 seconds. It's a fantastic uptrend. Not only is it a good uptrend, all the technicals show that this goes for like 90 fucking pips, man. Excuse my language, but here's the same thing with USD JPY, and now that USD JPY has the volume, awesome rejection right here, and our next stop to TP1 on UJ is 28 pips. This is the same trade, essentially. You're looking at the same trade. On this one, I'll probably use 10. So between 10 and 15. We're going to have to move this TP1. And this TP2 to the bottom of that fair value gap. So now you're looking at 20. This is some wild movement, guys. Some really good movement. USD JPY doing the same thing. I wouldn't mind getting in USD JPY right now. Oh, off that hour candle? Oh, man. have 5 minutes. 15-minute just gave us the buy signal, guys. 15-minute with my indicator just gave us the buy signal. Again, though, like I told you guys, I'm never entering within the last 15 minutes of a 4-hour candle. It's not worth it. You certainly could get in now and hold maybe, you know, your negative drawdown if it goes maybe to this area, the 10 to 15 pips, but wow, this thing's just taking off. Got to be honest with you guys, with that last move going into the 4-hour, I'm liking the USD JPY chart better, unless we get some pullback here. They both look great. They're both great charts. So I'll leave it up to you guys where you want, which one you want to get in. I'm going to send the signal out in Discord here, but potential upside's the same on both. One just has 15,000 more in volume. You've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Come down for us. Well, you're going to get your bullish engulfing close on the 4-hour. That's always important. On a 4-hour time frame, that typically means you're going to be good for the next 12 hours in an uptrend. This may be one where we see, you know, like a TP3 type deal. Appreciate it, Aloha. We had 2 rough days. We did. I'll be 100% honest. We had 2 rough days, but we're managing. I'm analyzing these ones from every single angle. I haven't had 2 losses in a row in months. We haven't. Appreciate you, Aloha. Here we go, last 15 seconds. Fair value gap created. Guess what we just got on the 1-hour time frame, guys. On the 1 hour, we just got a buy signal, and on the 4-hour, I think. Maybe it was on the 15 that it did it. Yeah, the 15 on USD on Euro JPY just printed, as well as the USD JPY. Both just printed buy signals. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, babe. Here, you want to take this one or no? I can just take it out later. Thanks. On my personal indicator, yes. My personal indicator will give me those signals. Yes. We're watching it. We're going to see if we get some drawdown. Doesn't look like we're going to. Typically, you just don't have a straight shaved bottom, though. All right, I'm in. I'm in. We're going to send this out. Oh, wrong chart, Matt. Good. Long. I'm in long. I'm just going to send this out. What am I looking for here? This is Euro JPY. You can get in either one, to be honest with you guys. They're both great charts. As I told you, I won't trade two different pairs, but you can get in either one. FXCM for the most accurate charts. You don't want to use Oanda or whatever. Mine is FXCM. So if I click this, see how it says FXCM right there? That's, in my opinion, the most accurate. This is Euro JPY though. Loss we had at what? What was our stop loss at? 183.297. There we go. Take profit way up here. I just buy for a third time. Nice, Matt.
Mr. knows that as an HVAC technician,
No worries. Have a great night, man. Thanks for stopping in. Alright, guys, we're going to let these bad boys fly. We're going to let the dogs eat. Here's what we're in. Does everybody understand why we're in? Can everyone just put a thumbs up or say yes? And if anyone has a question, I want to let them know why. Truly and honestly, I do. If you have a question of why we're in this, I want to explain it to you. Sydney, yes. Jose, yes. Alright, boys, we're in this. Adam Cross gets it. If you're trading USD JPY, your stop loss should be 157283, but we're on perfect. I get it. Yeah, we'll wait on your retracement to right there. Here's the thing, I'm not really gonna hold on for the 9 to 15 pips right here. I could 100%, but I'm not over leveraging, you know what I mean? You could wait for that. But the buying power here is strong. So it was a lot of analyzing there tonight, guys. We really went hard on making sure that all the rules stuck out. But I appreciate you guys as always. I will let you guys know. Yeah, man, you can't trade every day. Sometimes you gotta work. I get it. I get it. I will let you guys know I'm gonna watch this over the next couple hours. Schubert knows. Thank you guys. Appreciate you sticking with me. You know, you guys are awesome. So we're gonna end the stream as we always do. We got some really good trade analysis in tonight, guys. Really good trade analysis in. Hope you guys have a good night. Stay alive for my Discord notifications. I appreciate you guys very much. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you, man. Nay, take care, man. Catch you on the next stream, guys. I appreciate that, Miguel. Thank you, guys.